right, good morning. I know that you guys are up and watching and your questions are yet to be answered if you are dealing with a psychological issue in regard to infertility. Now, it's not an easy thing to, go through, that I must say, and a lot of you guys are trying to work through it as a couple, for example, or probably you got separated because of infertility issues, you're trying to recover. So we want to really understand as the public and as the viewers, if you've not worn the shoe before, what it takes to be in this particular space psychologically. I'm joined by a young man. Oh, please, I'm so glad he's a young man. Allan Lawrence, and just having men on the forefront and come here on the WCW edition to talk about matters that most of the people in the African culture would think is a woman business. Allan Lawrence, yes. Thank you for creating time to be here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are right on time. It's heated already.
Yeah.
So just going to go straight to the psychological issues that surround infertility. And I don't know, as a professional, you're going to give me a lot of them. Yeah. Just to start with, maybe someone back at home is probably going to relate to one of them.
The most common psychological aspect that most people face is stress. And, we are living in a moment whereby we are surrounded by a lot of things. We are surrounded by, there is a lot of uncertainties. So you realize that most of the people undergo a lot of stress, pressure, and all those kind of things. That is, there are many, but majorly, like research shows, is so stress.
Stress.
Yes.
And this stress, how then do you know that the stress is getting to you? Because, some people feel the stress, but they are not at the level where they are depressed.
I get it.
So there is the journey where you think, I'm okay, I'm dealing with this, I'm holding on fine. How then do you start looking out for yourself and say, this thing is weighing us down? How do you check as a couple or as an individual that this is getting to you? That is
why people need to date and marry their friends.
Okay.
Whereby, do not date a person who is just your fan. There are people who just celebrate you and will be there helping you climb wrong mountains successfully. Why am I saying so? The moment you date your friend, the moment you're friends with this person, they'll be able to notice some changes. They will be able to notice a few things that they are not right with you. So you need to be surrounded by a proper network, by a proper association with you, so that they can be able to notice people who are real with you, people who will tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
All right, that is a support system, but I was really curious, and somebody's trying to check their journey of stress before they get depressed. How do you know you're going to the extreme? Are you isolating yourself? Are you hating other people's children? Are you how do you check that now you're not able to hold yourself?
Again, it boils down to being real with self. In terms of the moment you see some reaction, like the moment you see other people in their relationships, how do you react? The moment you see how people treat their children, how do you react? In that setup, how do you react? And be real with yourself. If you feel that there are some changes the moment you interact with some people, be sure you need some guidance.
And that means that's when you start looking for people like Allan Lawrence, because you need to talk to somebody who's bottling up. Okay.
Yes.
Men, I know, Dr. Sauda said women, we suffer emotionally more. I'm sure men, like you said, when you come for the test, we're not saying anything is wrong with your manhood or your masculinity or you being a man in society. How does infertility, or just knowing as a man, for example, I don't know, I'm not saying you are infertile, but you have clients who have gone through this journey. What do they say is really, what is really psychologically hurting them as, knowing that they are infertile?
Especially on the men's side, they feel they are not man enough. They feel they are not they just feel that their ego is punctured.
Ego again.
There is an aspect of ego. That is why even you realize that most of the people who seek guidance and most of the people who seek any medical attention in a relationship setup it is women.
Okay.
Because men, we are never keen. We are never keen on taking care of our health. We can sit down to discuss football, investment, all those kind of things. But anything affecting us psychologically, it's not happening. So most of the cases, you realize that people who come to me, they'll be like, they feel they are not even worth enough to stand in a crowd of men.
Because they don't have children yet?
They don't have children, and there is that societal pressure whereby people are asking you, like, for instance, you're married and yet there are no children, and yet in that setup we are looking at you having children. Yes.
So men still believe in your lineage continuation.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were over and done with that. The modern times have given us a perspective of, we're not interested in family. I didn't know there is a group of people who still feel they do need.
They are, because a man, naturally, men, we measure our success and everything by the level of the responsibilities we have.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I'm not responsible towards some people, I'm not accountable to some people, I feel I'm not man enough, let me use that word.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is why you feel we get into that pressure. Yes, men cannot speak out, but deep down themselves, that is what they're experiencing.
When you say men cannot speak, and I know this is this is actually specific to the men, because I know that they're watching, and the fact that you're a man in studio today, before I delve into the female perspective, how then can they handle this? Because then if you don't speak out, would you then speak out to your partner? Or do you think your partner would look at you as less of a person? Who then do you speak to?
That is why I've always said that a man, if you are supposed to be a man in authority, you must be under authority. Why should I say so? In terms of you need to have an accountability partners, whereby, as much as especially in these matters to do with our reproductive health, is a bit challenging. But the moment you've identified your safe space, you can be able to speak to them that, this is what I'm going through. That is when they can be able to advise you. It doesn't mean that it makes you feel less of a man. Actually, it shows that if I'm vulnerable enough to a specific individuals, I can be able to be helped. Because the moment you are silent on some matters, believe me, you'll be silenced.
You have to be vulnerable enough to a specific people to get help. And hope that they're listening today. And there are treatments, and some of them include getting different eggs, someone else's eggs. In the ancient times, I think women have had it easy. Like, you marry our sisters, you inherit some of us. You marry second wives, you have pango candles, and you just have children. How is it for men then? If I am your wife and I decide, I am, you are the one who's infertile, so I'm probably just gonna marry two more husbands, get married to 2 more husbands, or get my mpango akando out there, and bring the child home. Don't men do that? Why is it hard for men to have the same thing that the new normal?
It's a bit hard, because...
Is it proper in your eyes anyway?
It depends, but for me, I don't think it's right, because you are not dealing with the real issue. You're not dealing with the real issue. It's just you're trying to evade on some challenges. It's just like today, let's say you are having a headache. You're not taking painkiller. You've not rescued the thing.
Okay.
You're just suppressing the pain. So why am I saying so? Let's say you've opted for that option. Yes, it's good, but to some extent it will bring issues in your relationship, because there will be trust issues, and also you will feel like your woman has paid some allegiance to someone else. Men, we want to feel like, I'm the man here. So, and all those kind of things come in play, and believe me, they will have challenges at the end, because to some extent this woman might not have a say in the relationship, or the man might not have say in the relationship. All
right, so either way, the only way here you're talking about is get treatment. Walk the journey with your partner.
Yes.
All right, I don't know what you guys are thinking about, getting treatment. Talk to me on the comment section right there, KUTV Kenya. I'm just about to get into your feedback and any questions you have for Allan Lawrence right here. Now, Allan, you've talked about marrying your best friend. Being in a relationship with your best friend.
Yes.
But now we want to look at the details of how to be supportive to this best friend. Because you can be best friend mdomo, but kwa ground
vitu tofauti.
So how then do you, just give us details, 3 maybe, on how men can support their wives, and 3 details on how women can support their husbands psychologically through this journey, even as they seek treatment. Because who knows, it could be delayed, but have children eventually.
Or maybe you have children, then it has come in the, So mostly, like for men's side, I'll speak to ladies now. Men, in the first place, a man needs be his safe space. be his safe space in terms of do not puncture his ego. Let not, because he's vulnerable to you and he gets stories out there that you are discussing about him, you are discussing, even if somebody is so close to you, do not try so much to discuss about your weakness of the weakness of your man to them.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's be just their safe space. And secondly, you need to respect him for who he is.
Okay.
Because a man is not so much interested in lovers per se. A man is so much interested in respect. So with the shortcomings, with all those things he's going through, with the battles he's going through, just respect him as a man, provided you've decided to submit under him. It means that you need to take him for who he is in all aspects. Then also support him in terms of be there when he's going for his medication, when he's going for his sessions. Just support him in all aspects. The moment he's well encouraged in his space with you, no matter what the world will be telling him, he can be able to conquer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And for men on the other side, be there to support your woman. Support your woman in terms of be there for everything.
Go for counseling together.
Go for counseling together.
Yeah.
And tell her, because a man in a woman's life, you are there to show her there is hope. There is a lot of things that you can do together, and in all those aspects you can be able to grow together. And try so much to shut her ears from hearing stories from outside.
That's difficult.
It's so difficult, but it depends by how you treat her.
Okay. So actually this is good. Men, if you're watching, you say women talk a lot and we nag a lot. You can actually shut our ears.
You shut
the way you treat us.
Because the whole idea is to ensure that your woman is not jealous of other people's relationship, but other people should be jealous of your relationship.
Nice.
By how you treat her. Because the moment, in every girl there are two aspects.
Now we're moving into relationships more than the infertility. But remember, we're just talking about how to be supportive to your partner in a way that they hardly see there's a vacancy, there's a space that the child hasn't taken.
Sure.
Treat them right so they don't see that.
Yeah.
I know there is something about the challenges. No, I think we've talked about that, and the support. Now the myths and misconceptions. I don't know, you've had some of these.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't tag them with Dr. Sauda, but I think we just want to bring them out to the public because I know they've had them, but people don't want to come out and just say them. Maybe you and I today can talk about these myths and misconceptions about infertility. Yes.
Mostly, you've heard many people say it's a curse.
Oh yes, it's in your family.
It's in your family. It's a curse. But I believe, as much as it can be in the family, but you are the one to stop it. You can stop it, because if you realize it's in the family, it means that the responsibility is on you, how you can go about it. Then others are, I know this is not popular, but you've heard that the moment, let's say, you have been infertile and you've done all those kind of things, then you have a child.
All those kind of things are treatments and tests.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
Allan. Yes.
So they do say that the child, if the child, you have the child now, the child will not be healthy. They have said that, and they end up,
discouraging.
Discouraging even for people to do the test and even get children through any other procedure. So, and it is really affecting most of the couples.
And I think we've also had stuff like you need to go back to your ancestors. I think I'm trying to find the ancestor behind that one and seek forgiveness. Because before you find the grandfather of grandfather of grandfather,
I get it.
And they cleanse you. But we're here to say, I don't think those things apply. But if they do, let us know. If it worked for you after forgiveness, you got your children, would love to hear from you. You're doing something. We'll come back again to the infertility issue and psychological aspect of it, but you're doing something #the activation experience.
Yes.
Please tell me more about it, just so we can familiarize with you more in a different dimension.
Okay. I believe each and every one of us has a potential in them. That is now the mentorship aspect of what I do, and because once you get even for sessions and all those procedures,
yes,
the whole idea is for you to realize the gold mine in you. That's why I've said through the Activate experience, why can't people come out and live their life to the maximum, like their potential out there? You know, that's why the late Dr. Miles Monroe said the grave is the place whereby there is a lot of wealth there.
Okay.
Unrealized dreams and all those, you know. So I just felt in me that why can't I be that person who is going to help people go after their dreams?
Nice.
Yeah.
So the person inside, the flame,
yeah, exactly.
You're actually igniting and reigniting the flame inside. The activation experience. Remember, hashtag the activation experience. We're here with Allan, Lawrence. I'm checking out your feedback in just about a bit. I know Juang Mariam, Richard Okenye. I have seen your feedback. I'm reading them in a bit. But I'm looking at a couple that was very in love before. Yeah. And then they got engaged. They abstained. You know what we're told? Abstain until you're married.
Yes.
And then suddenly you can't have children. How does this affect the intimacy? And should it affect the intimacy? If it is, how do they deal with it?
For me, what I believe, even it should be a more uniting factor for you, for the two of you.
Okay.
It should bring you even closer, because the whole idea is as much as children will be there, but after some time the children will get out of your life. You understand what I'm saying? So this is even a moment for us, like now the boy child, now to showcase how you love your woman, that no matter what, no matter the pressures, no matter everything, I'll be there for you. And the moment you that is now like you're trying to shut her from the world, now she gets to be now closer to you. Because even if you don't love each other, but you have children in the picture, that's when now some aspects people will be like, now this my partner loves they are more inclined to the children. So it means that this is
we can co-parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you laugh like that?
I've just remembered something.
Oh, you remembered something? Okay. Yeah, but what we're saying is, before the children, you were in love.
Yeah.
Love them the same way, because eventually, with or without the children, you have your partner, and eventually the partner will leave. So this is how to deal with this journey of delay. See it, because you don't have, I'm going to marry another one. There's some level of patience.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want to read a few of the feedback, and as we are trying to get the feedback, I know that a lot of people are asking, as a young man, why are you laughing? As a young man, why would you take a fertility test before marriage?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah, I can take it. Because at the end of the day, before even I blame, we tend so much to blame other people.
Okay.
I understand it's not necessary, but if I'm in a position, I'll go for it. Because we live in a generation and mostly in a relationship, people don't take responsibility. It's like, it's my partner. All through, it's my partner. Let me own it from the onset. So
you don't mind, and you would encourage a young man, if you can, and if you're ready and you want to you're thinking of a family, go out and get tested. Yeah. Let me see some of what people are saying here. Some of what stuff that people are saying here on the feedback. Remember, we're live on Facebook. KUTV Kenya is our official page, KUTV Kenya, and of course on Twitter at KUTV_Kenya. I see here Biki Njenga said, good morning, Ankey and the rest of KU team and my guests. Keeping it locked as always from Banana Kiamba. All right, good morning. Thank you so much for tuning in. Flozy Florence saying, loving the show so far. I'm really waiting for Florence Mureithe's interview. Yeah. Of course, she's coming in a bit. She'll be gracing the studio. Thank you so much for waking up with us. Waithera Ngigi, I think I read that. And of course, Richard Okenye here, say talent show on WCW. I think that was when we were doing a newspaper review with Ryan. Okay. I don't know, should I drop that with you as well? I'm in the mood of a talent.
Please don't.
Okay. Let's see. Boniface Otieno say, Gender Squad in the house. Ankey, Dorice, and Bad. Thank you so much, Boniface, for being here in Network Gender Squad. Yeah, people see WCW and they expect women. But when they hear the men perspective, I think that is where we're headed to as gender equality, as far as gender equality is concerned. I'm trying to look for someone, Ojuang Mariam, and I can't seem to see.
Ojuang, by the way, is my colleague at Lape.
Please drop the bombshell.
Yeah.
He is your colleague at Lape?
Yes.
Wait, you are the ambassadors?
Yes.
My friend, let us just drop it right now. As I'm here with Lawrence, give me that Lape activation again. I'd like to mention and give a great shout out because I'm here with Nico Hapa na Mheshimiwa. So if you want to get if you want to get that eye care and eyewear on La Pair, this is Allan Lawrence, and of course you can also use the promo code Ojwang Mariam to get discounts on La Pair products. Remember, get free eye checkups at La Pair. Do you want to say that for me? Now that the ambassador is here, please allow me to let you do it.
Okay. Now you can get your free eye care or at La Pair Kenya, and believe me, our prices are very reasonable the moment we establish which kind of glass you can use. And remember to use our promo codes and get an amazing offer.
Wow. Yes. Is this from La Pair?
Yes, they are.
All right, now again, I just want to bring us back to infertility issues, and I know that a lot of people are asking, therefore, why is the society always making this a women problem, and are men now coming out more? I know you have counseling sessions with this, and you've said that being supportive to your woman is very important, but what I want to know is the statistics, because I was here with Sauda, and she said, the men were actually supportive. Yeah. But as a young man, and all this ego play and all this, now there is more of ego than culture. Do you feel that men are coming out? Which gender is coming out more and which gender is initiating the counseling sessions with you?
Mostly it is the women.
Still?
Truth be told, it's the women. Although men are very, like now, they are supportive, they're responding towards it positively.
Okay.
But you realize most of the people who are initiating it is the woman. And this one is sponsored by the societal pressure also. Okay. Because you realize that the woman will go through this pressure because the society is expecting them to have children or a child. So they tend now to talk to their husbands, to talk to their guys so that they can come for the counseling sessions and seek medical attention.
So still we're having women initiating this more. Yeah. But pressure is on men too.
Pressure is on men, but men, believe me, even today you have a session on mental, or not mental health, on health related issues, especially reproductive health. Most men won't turn up. The percentage is, even you ask Dr. Sauda.
Yes. Yeah. So what do you think should we do differently to get men to turn up more? Because I'm sure this is now a problem, and if we continue with this for the next generation, it might be a problem. You do an activation experience. Yes. What would you say out to men? What can we do differently to get men to turn up more?
Is just to create awareness. Believe me, people act towards the information they have.
Okay.
They say information is power. So how powerful people will be out there is dependent on the kind of information they have. Okay. So I believe with the kind of media mentions, like whatever we are doing here, that's when people realize that, kumbe, I can go for this test. I need to take my reproductive health seriously so that they can come for it.
How do we get you, Lawrence? On social media, how do we follow you?
On Facebook, Allan Lawrence. On Instagram, Allan_320. Then you can order my merchandise as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel, Allan Lawrence.
What happens in your YouTube channel? Your content is
mostly we discuss on psychological matters and relationships.
Are you working on actually dealing with the infertility issue in your next vlog?
Exactly.
Am I a guest?
Very much welcomed.
So of course your last words to the boy children and the women out there who are young, because I want to bring in an older person to talk to the older generation on this issue, but the young people who are saying mbona nisi jaribu before nioe ndo nijue kama you're really fertile. You know that there's that, and now we have a lot of single moms out here and single parents. What is your last word to the generation watching this morning?
Personally, I'll say before you as a young man, before even you open that zip trying to seduce that lady, what I want to encourage you and tell you that it comes with the responsibility, and it means that before you do anything, put your house in order. Think as a legend, and legends will always think about their legacy. It's not about the children you bring, but the quality of the lifestyles you bring you give to your children. So it means that whatever you do knowing that the next generation is looking up to you, and in all your doings now, ensure that you spread the positive vibes out here, and you'll attract what you are and what you want to experience.
You'll attract what you are and what you want to experience. And what I'm picking from that is whether you have been told as a man in your family, there's a genetical problem, or the woman you're looking forward to marrying has genetical issues, or it's a curse, you attract what you want to become.
Yes.
trust, believe, and be the activation experience for yourself and your family. And we trust that you all will have beautiful families, amazing children. Remember, we were told by Sauda there are alternatives.
Yeah.
There are alternatives. There's treatment. So check out, reach out to psychologists, to counselors. There are young men, there are also young women, and older men alike. So whichever it is, the group that you can relate with, I think you're opening doors to people who are hurting, people who are battling, to actually come out to counselors. Counseling is cheap. Sometimes it's actually free.
Yeah, it is. It is cheap and it's free.
Are you sure it's cheap, or you're just saying
cheap?
It? Okay.
It's cheap.
All right. So, hey, thank you so much for coming.
Yeah.
We're keeping tabs with you. We're doing follow-ups. We are hoping you come back again.
I will.
I want to take a short break and then come back with wow. Are you waiting for her as well?
Yes. I saw her at the launch, then I was like, wow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah.
So wow here too. So you're about to get wowed this morning. I'm bringing in an inspirational gospel artist. Her music has stood the test of time. For some reason, I'll come back and tell you why I say her music has actually stood the test of time. Continues to minister to you, and I hope this morning, whichever the situation is in that family this morning, I believe that after this session with Flores Murethe, you will be a changed person. Good morning.